Now give me this mountain.
Today, we're diving into the story of Amira Sajwani. Now, she's an entrepreneur who is completely tearing up the rulebook on real estate in Dubai, one of the fastest-moving markets on the planet. And get this, she's not just focused on building skyscrapers, she's building access. So let's get into how she's doing it.
This right here, this is the core of everything she does. It's so much more than just concrete and steel. For her, it's about building opportunities for everyone. And you're going to see this exact idea pop up again and again as we go through her story. And believe me, she is coming at this mission from all sides. I mean, she's a founder of a totally disruptive company, she's an investor on Shark Tank Dubai, and she's a leader in her family's massive empire. She is literally changing the game from the inside out. So, where did this all start? How did she get here?
Okay, so to really get her vision, you've got to understand the world she came from. See, she didn't just grow up in Dubai, she kind of grew up with Dubai. She was right there, shaped by its crazy, relentless ambition and its incredible transformation.
You could say real estate is literally in her blood. I mean, can you imagine sitting around the dinner table and the conversation isn't just about your day at school, but about the rise of an entire global city? That was her reality. She got that grit and ambition from her father, the founder of Damak, and that compassion and drive from her mother. It's this amazing mix of toughness and real purpose.
Now, what's so interesting is that her path was super intentional. This wasn't a case of just inheriting a legacy. No way. She went out and built the skills to actually lead it. She got degrees in construction and finance, so she had the hardcore technical chops. Then she jumped into the family business, Damak, and learned on the ground how you take a brand and scale it globally at like lightning speed.
And it was right there, inside this massive property empire, seeing how everything worked, that she spotted it. A huge, glaring gap in the market. So what did she do? She took everything she knew about real estate, combined it with her passion for tech, and went out on her own to fix a problem that literally affects millions of people.
And this is the big question she asked. Think about it. For as long as we can remember, investing in property has been this exclusive club, right? You needed a ton of money just to get in the door. Well, Amira decided it was time to tear down those gates for good. And her weapon of choice? Something called prop tech. It's a simple idea, really. You take technology and you use it to make the real estate world, which is usually super complex and slow, into something simple, fast, and open to everybody. Basically, you're swapping stacks of paperwork and old-school gatekeepers for slick platforms and smart algorithms. And this slide just nails the revolution she started. Look at the difference. The old way? Massive down payments, endless paperwork, a total headache. Her way, with her company Pripco, it's all digitized, totally transparent, and you can do it all from your phone. It's a whole new ballgame.
She's somehow managed to take one of the most complicated financial decisions you can make in life and boil it down to just 3 easy steps. Seriously, with her app, you can become a real estate investor in 90 seconds. That's less time than it takes to make a cup of coffee. It's wild.
So you're probably thinking, wait, how is that even possible? Well, the secret sauce is a really clever ownership model mixed with some super powerful partnerships. The kind of thing that, honestly, could probably only happen in a place like Dubai. $500. That's it. That's the number. This is the key that unlocks the door to real estate for millions of people who were always told it wasn't for them. It is an absolute game changer. Okay, so how does it work? It's through something called fractional ownership, which just means a bunch of people can co-own a single property. Pretty cool, right? But the real genius move, the thing that made it all possible, was getting the big players on board. She went and partnered directly with the Dubai Land Department. She used the government's huge push for innovation to make this whole thing not just a cool idea, but a totally legit, regulated reality. So after building this absolutely incredible company, Amira's story takes another turn. Now, she's on the other side of the table. As an investor on Shark Tank, she's sharing all the lessons she learned the hard way with a new generation of entrepreneurs.
In this quote right here is her #1 rule for investing. Think about it. Ideas can change, markets can shift, but a truly determined founder, they'll always figure it out. She bets on the person, not just the business plan.
So what's she looking for in that person? It all comes down to one thing: pure, raw ambition and this incredible hunger to succeed. It's that fire in the belly, the kind of drive you just can't teach.
and you absolutely need it to survive the crazy roller coaster that is starting a business.
And this is for all the aspiring female founders out there, listening in from anywhere in the world. Her advice is so direct and so powerful. She knows that women can sometimes struggle with self-doubt. So what's her solution? She says to ask yourself one simple question. What would he do? If a guy had this same idea, would he overthink it or would he just go for it? Her advice? Just go for it. Act with that same confidence.
So everyone always asks, how does she do it all? Running a company, a family, all these investments. Well, it's not magic. She doesn't have more hours in the day than the rest of us. It's a very deliberate strategy. It's built on 3 things. First, having a killer support system. Second, being absolutely ruthless about prioritizing what matters right now. And third, being hyper-organized. We're talking so organized that her whole life, work and family, runs off a color-coded app.
At the end of the day, Amira Sajwani's story is proof. It proves that even the oldest, most traditional industries, the ones that seem impossible to change, can be totally reinvented with a clear vision and the right tech. So it really leaves us with a huge question, doesn't it? If she can do this for real estate, what other so-called impossible industry out there is just waiting for someone like you to come along and become its architect of access?
Now give me this mountain.